The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Carolina Panthers. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
It's on!
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Raven first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On third down, Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, 56 yards. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Hill shedding the tackle, and not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Again, it'll be Hubbard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down.
Third and goal.
Red, yellow. Black ultra.
Young off the play fake. Looking in
zone, but it's incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Right back to Hubbard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, set.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
10 cycles. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way you can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Hill. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
At their own 20.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Red cycle. Black shot. Hut, hut.
On 2nd down, Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Young. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen, 64 yards. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense. They'll keep you in the game to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Young will set to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The play fake, now Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return, the Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Ravens nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
97. Hut, hut.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 25. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Young takes it on the sneak, and he is going to have the Panthers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle there by Michael Pierce from the 23. Here's the 2nd and 9.
Trouble, 38. Set.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Hut, hut.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs.
Oh, he fakes a spike. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to get this to the 31.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. Jackson, option right. A pitch comes to Dobbins. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Dobbins. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
Ready up.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Young on 3rd down. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And Young's going to throw it here. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.